Hey guys, and welcome back for another content of Ragnarok M Classic. And in this video, we are going to discuss the new headwears or the new limited skins that are already available on the server. Are they worth buying or not? And what classes can benefit from these new sets of limited skins? So let's check it out. We have two new mounts that are the Cyber Whippet and the Lightning Fast Steed, which I think is cool, especially with this new one. But they are 64.8 million zenny, so this might not be worthy to invest for F2P. But if you really want to have these mounts, all you need to do is to top up. Lapak Gaming is the most affordable top-up site that has a guaranteed safe transaction with a 10 times money back guarantee. They have a lot of games that you can top up discounted prices here like Mobile Legends, Ragnarok Origin, and of course the Ragnarok M Classic. For example is this Caffrelog that costs only 1,573 pesos in the Lapak Gaming, while if you are buying it in-game it may cost around 1,796. That's a more than 200 peso discount. Then from here, enter your character UID that is located on your in-game profile, and they have a special discount of up to 1,500 pesos on Ragnarok M Classic. Just type romc L1GHT on the promo code, click the use promo to get your special discount, and then complete the payment process by clicking the buy now. That's easy, and you will get the product that you have purchased instantly after the payment is complete. So what are you waiting for? Click my link in the description and on the comment section, then top up now. Thanks for listening, and let's get back to the video. Now let's check this loot goggle. Job EXP for killing monsters plus 10%, and base EXP for killing monsters is minus 20%. Now this is great if you are already at max level, since all you need to do is just to level up your job. Going for multi-class to another one just for the bonus attribute is a good addition for your character. And also, this is great for leveling your master skill as well. Summer Fun. For every level the back part is strengthened, physical def ignoring plus 0.1%. I'm not really sure about the description strengthened. If this is the refinement, this would be very underwhelming, considering you will just refine this to plus 15 at max. And we know that it is very hard to do that. Let's say you get this to plus 10, the P-Def ignoring will only boost for 1%. That's bad. But if this strengthened is the enhance, it would be much different because as of now we can enhance our gears for up to level 110. And with that, the P-Def ignoring will boost for up to 11%, which is great. If you ever bought this packware, kindly confirm if this is for the refinement or the enhancement. Now for the Bashful Moment. All attributes plus 2, damage to monsters including the MVP and Mini plus 10%. Wow! And another plus 5% damage to MVP and Mini monsters if you refine it to plus 6. Now this makes the White Knight Helm a bit underwhelming. If we compare this side by side, you will see the difference. The White Knight Helm is only plus 1 to all attributes and plus 10% damage to only MVP and Mini monsters, while the Bashful Moment is plus 2 all attributes and plus 10% damage to monsters. Take note, all monsters including the MVP and Mini. So from here, we see the big difference of the attributes. Not only that, let's say if they are both plus 6. Bashful Moment will add another 5% damage to MVP and Mini monsters, while White Knight Helm only adds plus 3% damage to Mini and MVPs, but it gives minus 6% damage taken from MVP and Mini monsters. So that is their difference. If you would ask me, I will take the Bashful Moment over the White Knight Helm because of the plus 10% damage to all monsters. Now the next one is the Licorice Magic Bubble Wand. Fully restores HP every 120 seconds. That is 2 minutes cooldown. And when own HP is below 50%, skill damage reduction is plus 10%. This is quite nice, especially in PvP where most players are equipping free Oni cards. So what classes are best for this mountwear? I think the classes that can mostly benefit from this mountwear are the tanky ones like Royal Guard and Full Support Priest, because they have very high HP, and once the full restore triggers, it's gonna be a big help for them. They also need the skill damage reduction for PvP so they can survive much longer in teamfights. Next one is the Thunder Taiko. All attributes plus 2, physical and magical damage plus 5%, and when auto-attacking, has a 10% chance to grant an encourage buff to all party members within the range. This encourage buff gives physical and magic attack and move speed plus 1% with each stacks, and it can stack up to a maximum of 8 stacks, which is really good. And I think this backwear is a must for the auto-attacker characters like the Rangers, Rune Knights, GX, and Sorcerers. But I think this is also beneficial with other DPS classes. You just need a bit of attack speed, so the encourage buff will trigger more often. So yeah, DPS auto-attacker classes, like I've said, are the Rangers, Rune Knights, GX, and Sorcerers are the ones that can greatly benefit from this backwear, as they can easily proc the encourage buff. Especially with Sorcerers because they are a very party-oriented class. Because the new meta of Sorcerer is the utility role, which is a really good addition. Next one will be the Wheel of Fortune 4-leaf clover. When attacking with magic skills, have a 20% chance of spell crit. The crit inflicts 150% spell crit damage, and the spell crit damage increase by 1% for each 6 luck. So yeah, this is definitely the best in slot headwear for magic type classes like Warlocks, Sorcerer, Dietary Genetics, or even DPS Magic Archbishops, as it turns our magic damage into crits. And who doesn't want crit sounds anyway? The best part of this headgear is the 20% chance, unlike the Exorcism Sachet that only gives us 10% spell crit for the plus 12 refinement. Now for Warlocks, this does not mean that all your spell crit damage are affected by the lock that is indicated here. They have separate crit damage with the Napalm Vulcan's Thought High Energy. This one is not affected by the increased spell crit damage with the lock stats. So if the Thought High Energy triggers, the spell crit damage lock won't work. However, for the other spell crits that this headwear is triggered, they will be affected by the lock's spell crit damage. It may sound complicated, but here is the easier demonstration for it. When we launch the Spirit combo, the Thought High Energy and the headwear spell crit will have a separate chance to deal spell crit damage. The one here that has lower spell crit is the Thought High Energy rune. And the one that has the higher spell crit damage is the headwear because it is affected by our lock stats. I hope this one clarifies your confusion. So would I recommend this for magic users? Definitely yes. It is also slotted for just less than 14 million zenny. And from here we only have these costumes for cosmetics. It doesn't have a slot, so you can just ignore them. But for starters, you can go buy these headwears depending on your classes. Trendy Musician for physical type class, and Youth Dancer for magic type classes. And I will end this video with Ophelia that offers a good deal for gold medals and contributions. You should definitely exchange your materials here, because compared to guild contributions, this is way cheaper. I mean 2 to 3 times cheaper, especially when you purchase bulk orders. But you need to be selective with the materials that you will be donating. You should choose the cheaper ones. Examples here are the Wrapping Lace, Bloody Rune, Heroic Emblem, and Curse Ruby as they are 200k below. Then there's this praying card that you can purchase through the Zenny, and it costs 480k. Now some people ask me if this is worth buying as it costs 4.8 million zenny in total for 10 praying cards. For me, I think it is worth buying as these praying cards are hard to obtain. You can only get this through weekly like Echoing Corridor, Guild Vending Machine, or some other events. So for me, praying cards are somewhat rare and it is going to be worth it buying all of this, but only if you have some spare zennies. So I think that's all we need to know about the new events here in the Ragnarok M Classic. If you find this video helpful, then please leave a like. Also subscribe to support my channel. As always, thank you for watching, stay safe and have an awesome day. Lights out.